In this video lecture, we are going to see some important points which are given in your NCERT book, which are very important. So let's get started. The first point which is given in the first chapter, which is Poonam's Day Out. First point is children don't have to remain in the classroom only but have to observe nature as well to enhance their learning. We don't have to keep children inside class always, but we have to make them come out of the class and to observe the nature. Second point is it is asked that which animal Poonam saw in the pond. So it was buffalo. In the book, animal world is used for insects, birds, reptiles and mammals. As children are very small, so classification is not directly explained, but animal word is used for insects, birds, reptiles and mammals, for all. But children will be given opportunity to collect more information about different animals to understand classification of animals. As students will collect information, more information about different animals, so they will understand that what are the difference between different animals. Different animals with different habitats produce different sounds and perform different movements, like some used to crawl, some used to fly, walk, hop and swim, and eat different food. So some are like herbivores, some used to have, we will not use herbivore word actually, but we will say that some used to have grass, some used to have meat, etc. So now one important thing which is given in this chapter is jigsaw puzzle. This puzzle is like create a picture by joining given pieces. So many pieces will be given to the children and they used to combine them to form one picture of a particular animal or bird, whatever we can say. Then at this point you should remember they used to ask in the CTET paper 1 or maybe in the paper 2 also. Animals live on different parts of a tree, so they must be, we have to ask them that on the branches, on the leaves, which type of animals used to live, so that they will classify by themselves. Then arranging animals from smaller to bigger. Why this concept we have introduced so that students will learn sequencing from this class. They will start sequencing the things or animals here. Then last point is riddles are given to identify the characteristic of an animal. Like so many riddles are given in that chapter, like the animal which has the bird which has red beak and used to have chili, like that. So the child will answer that it is a parrot, nothing else. So like this, so many riddles are also given in this chapter, which will enhance their students' thinking skills, as well as they will classify the animals on the basis of different characteristics. In the second chapter, children told to touch trees with thick and thin trunk by their teacher. They will collect the leaves which are lying on the ground to understand the diversity in plants for themselves. They will compare size, color, shapes of leaves which they are going to collect. And they will crush the leaves. This is an activity which is given. They will crush the leaf to understand the smell of leaves. Whenever they will crush, they will find out that different type of smell used to come out from different types of leaves. They have different sizes, they have different colors, shapes. So this will actually induce thinking skill that there are diversity among the plants, trees and the leaves also. Rubbing over the trunk of trees and comparison to understand different types of trunks of different trees. Making prints of leaves activity, making different pictures using dry leaves, which is given by Vishnu Chinchalakar, Indore, MP. It is already there in the book. Some examples are given. Then understanding patterns made on different household things of leaves, flowers, etc. Household things like your bed sheet, or it may be doors or curtains. So they will observe different types of leaves, and they means their patterns. Then a poem on leaves is given in that chapter, which is written by Vijendra Pal Sisodia, and it is translated from Hindi. It is given in English. Then encourage children to make friends with tree, and this is given, why it is given, it is just to encourage their concern for environment. So in this chapter, mostly activities are there, different type of activities which I have mentioned here, so that children will understand the diversity among the trees. Third chapter is Water O Water, in which a poem is given on water by Sri Prasad. Sources of water, we have to introduce this topic by asking them that how we get water, from where we get water. So they will answer, and we have to compile them, and we have to introduce some more words like lake, ponds, springs, tube wells, river, stream, waterfall, tap, tank, well, etc. And here children sensitized towards issues like discrimination among people for taking out water from different sources. There are discriminations still, so that some people are not allowed to take out water from different sources. So this topic we have to introduce in between them, and we have to make them understand that this is wrong. Then containers used to store water, by asking them, they will color different pictures, they will draw, and they will understand it more. Then we have understanding reversibility by amount of water in two different shaped containers. The two different shape, their example is given actually, where two different containers are there, and the child becomes confused because the child is thinking that both the means one container is smaller, other one is bigger. So actually both the containers have different shape but equal amount of water they are carrying. So this concept we have to make them understand by the amount of water, by pouring it, and by making them more easy by explaining them, or by doing experiment in front of them. Then we have this point is important. Dr. Rajendra Singh, which is who is from Alwar, Rajasthan, is well known as Jal Purush of India or Waterman of India because of his struggles for conservation of water. He actually runs an NGO called Tarun Bharat Sangh, or in short we can call it as TBS, which was founded in 1975. This point is highlighted and you should remember, it can be asked. Then fourth chapter is our first school. So we all know that family is our first school, as we learn a lot from our family. Our family members used to teach us a lot by helping them and doing so many things. The first thing whatever we learn is from our family only. Understanding family relationships like mother, father, sisters, and why they look similar, what are the similarity in between them, and because they are from same family, and sometimes they look same, similarity between family members like looks, way of talking, walking, etc. They used to smile similarly, and their different habits, some habits are there which are means they have different kind of habits. And then helping elders in different work will help to learn a lot. So we have to introduce this topic also in the environmental science, that children must have to learn the things by helping the elders, right? Fifth chapter is Chotu's house. Here student will understand difference between a house and a home. House is actually made up of four walls, and it has a roof as well. But whenever we start residing in that house, it becomes a home. We used to decorate it, and our emotional attachment is there, our family is there, so it becomes a home. So student or children should understand the difference between these two words. Then we have to make them understand parts of the house, different types of houses as well, where people used to live in different regions. Parts of house, like here, different types of houses are only simple kinds, like short huts, and you can mention simple things, not so much deep you will go here. And then parts of the house like where you used to take bath, so it's a bathroom, like where you used to have fun with your friends, uh, living room and dining room, everything they should know. We have to make them understand that we do different things in different rooms, so they should know the names of those rooms. Then after, there is a poem which is on Home Sweet Home by Bacha Toli from Bharat Gyan Vigyan Samiti. Then there is an important point highlighted: rats have poor eyesight but have excellent sense of smell, touch and taste. So this you should remember. Then uninvited animals live in our house with us, like lizards and different insects. So their names we have to introduce, and we have to actually attract their concentration in these things. Then after, cleanliness of house is given and surroundings, how children used to clean their house, how they used to help with their parents to clean the house, and why it is so important. The use of toilets should be taught in this age to the children, along with cleaning of hands, keeping toilets clean after use. So these all things we used to teach them in this age only. Then for Gandhi ji 150th birthday, which is on 2nd October, and in 2014 at Rajghat, Delhi, Prime Minister by PM Narendra Modi in Delhi, the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan was launched, and it is to help us realize that cleanliness is everyone's duty and responsibility. So this point and this date, everything you have to mention. Asking decoration of houses at different occasions brings out how we use locally available materials during celebration of festivals. This is like differences and how the diversity are there in between the people, their cultures, and so these all will attract their focus, and they will get to know more about each other. Their creativity will also increase by these things. Then sixth chapter is all about foods we eat. Here different food habits of different people uh, is explained actually. Here we become more aware and lose some of our inhibitions regarding different food habits, as different people used to have different food. So we have to make aware children that it's their cultural value, it is of their cultural value, and they used to have it. So like we used to remove the inhibitions of different food habits. Then people of Nagpur put little sugar in the food items like dal to enhance taste. So this point you have to remember. Then old people cannot eat everything which a young adult can. They cannot digest them. The example is given here about corn cob, or you can say bhutta, is hard to chew for older people as they don't have teeth. Then older people cannot climb hill or do lot of work as they are not enough strong like younger ones. Their muscles are not strong, bones are very weak, so they cannot climb up. So this point is also raised in this chapter. People eat different food according to what grows easily in their region. As people used to live in different regions, some are in colder, some are in very hot region. So it shows cultural diversity in food, and should we should respect them because different things used to grow in their region where they are living. Then some highlighted points are here which you have to remember. Tapioca or kapa is eaten in Kerala. It is a root which grows there. They people usually um, make them grow in their houses only. Then people eat snakes in Hong Kong, special administrative region of China, which is they used to have snakes in the form of a dish which is known as ling hu fen. Then people cook food in mustard oil in Kashmir, while in coconut oil in Goa. Next point is in Kerala, people eat coconut and tapioca, which they usually grow in their courtyard. As I have told you, they used to grow in their garden only. Then last point is people eat banana flowers, drumstick flowers, lotus stem, arvi leaves, seeds of onion, which is also known as kalonji, etc. These things they used to add in their food, they used to have it as their food. Seventh chapter is all about the children, those who are not able to speak and hear. So here, the chapter is going to start with Damshara's game in the classroom. It is actually, you have to know that it is here people used to do silent act to let others know what you want to tell without speaking. Children who can speak and hear learn sign language in the school. Actually, for these children, we have to send them them, and they used to learn how to express their feelings and how to actually express their feeling by using their gestures, face movements, hand movements, etc. All children have different abilities. No one is less than the other. So this line you have to remember, that all are equal and no one is less. All the children have different kind of abilities. Then lines from a poem, I Have a Sister, My Sister Cannot Hear, by Jane Whitehouse Peterson is given. Our face is a mirror. It is given that our face is a mirror as we can express a lot with it. Eyes can speak a lot through expressions, like we can express our anger, fear, happiness, etc. So there are some hand mudras pictures are given in the book, and it is given that hand mudras and face bhavs are used to talk through dance. In the dance forms also we used to express our feelings with the help of hand mudras and face bhavs. So this is all about these 1 to 7 chapters. We will learn about next 7 chapters in my next video. So please do like and share.